I think part of that problem is we're not willing to set aside the time to take care of ourselves first and foremost, and to prioritize self-care. So when somebody comes and they learn the basics of meditation, and it becomes easy and it becomes effortless for them, then all of a sudden the habit becomes a little more difficult. And I think one of the reasons the habit becomes difficult is because we intellectually don't think that we can put ourselves first. So we don't think that we actually have the ability to say, I am first. I'm going to take time for self-care. So there's this thought that we can go to a spa once a month and that we have time for that. But daily self-care, we lose the ability to find time for our creative projects, to take walks in nature, or maybe even to get together with our friends and have coffee and laugh and giggle, or even to just zone out and read a book, something that's fiction that we want to just read for fun. And then there's the piece of the meditation, the piece of having a regular meditation practice twice a day that people say, I just don't have the time for. And I think it's directly linked to the fact that we are not taking the time for self-care. Meditation is the ultimate form of self-care. There's something that happens between the age of 5 and 55. So if I imagine this little girl that comes in to the room, and I think a lot of times I think about these family gatherings or Christmas gathering, and all the kids get together and they're like, we're going to do a performance for you. And so they get dressed up and they're wearing the most odd outfits and come out, and they come out with their choreography or they come out with their skit, and it is pure and it's from the heart and it's magical and creative. And even though it doesn't always make sense, it's just coming from the heart. And for some reason, we start our lives and we lose a little bit of that magic, and we lose a little bit of that boldness of saying, I just don't care. And this is me, and this is my heart, and this is my body and movement and dance moves and how I want to show up in the world. And so then we go, and I think we take on these beliefs and these ideas that are other people's. And so I think that I have to be this way in order to be loved, or I have to take care of somebody else. I have to put myself last. If I do all these things, I'll be successful, I'll be loved, I'll be happy, really. I think ultimately we're looking for this space of happiness in our lives. And so our body is really moving us toward that. And then I also see at some point in the age of about 55 that we look at our lives and say, why haven't I taken care of myself? Why have I put other people first? I'm tired, I may be resentful, and I'm prioritizing other people's needs. And then you start to see this shift again of saying, I'm doing this for me. I'm going to set boundaries. I'm going to show up in my life, and I'm going to take care of myself. And so the people that are coming are really saying, I want to do this for me. What do I want? And they start asking the deeper questions. Who am I? What do I want? And they start looking at self-care. It might be something creative. It might be physically getting into their body, taking care of movement, taking care of food, just meeting girlfriends. It might be nonprofit or doing something to give to community that they haven't felt that they had time for before. By setting the boundaries and taking care of ourselves, I think that sometimes people around us are going to get a little bit upset, and we become worried about that. But in the end, it becomes more natural, and we're able to step into that. And so I say all of this to say, I think that we can look at the gift of self-care of somewhere between 5 and 55, of saying that I am going to be bold and I'm going to take care of myself. And imagine having the audacity to say, this is how I'm going to show up. I'm going to be creative. I'm going to spend 20 minutes a day to do whatever it is that resets my body, my heart, my mind, that really integrates me, that makes me feel creative and spontaneous and whole. And maybe it's meditation. Maybe you take the first 10 minutes of your day and say, I'm going to set aside time to close my eyes and really make this internal journey and really allow my body to heal and rest and be self-reflective. And then maybe it's the time at the end of the day before dinner to say, no matter what's going on, and that's really, I think, a lot of times the hardest time to find the time to meditate, no matter what's going on in my life, I am going to have the audacity to say, I'm stepping away. I'm going to set a timer for 10 minutes. I'm going to close my eyes. I'm going to breathe. I'm going to be in the present moment and step back into my life. And then ironically, when we take this time for self-care, of course, we know that we show up in a more whole and beautiful, amazing way. We know that we can take care of other people and show up for our families, for our community, rested, feeling better, happier, more whole. And so I ask you to say for just a moment, can you have the audacity in your life? Can you have the boldness to say, I'm going to put myself first, whatever that looks like to you? And maybe it starts with 2 minutes a day in meditation, or maybe it's 20 minutes a day, drawing, painting, singing, playing. If you look at that little girl, she wants to play more. And if you look at the adult, maybe they want to heal and rest more. So have the audacity today to take 20 minutes out of your day to do something for yourself. If that means meditation, I would love to help you meditate easily and effortlessly. It's the easiest thing you'll ever do. And then again, the hardest part is really taking the time to say, I'm going to make this time for myself. I'm going to be bold enough to say that this is a priority in my life. Please share this with someone you know that's not taking care of themselves. If you like this video, I encourage you to subscribe. You can like the video, you can turn on the notifications for videos in the future, and I honor you for really taking a moment to take care of yourself. I think taking care of ourselves ripples out into this gorgeous effect of community and the world. I'll see you in the next video.